Today I'm sharing a transition workflow. LoRa primarily use one transition. Sometimes we need images and videos. The changes in the first and last frames are too great. If LoRa doesn't need a transition, its generation effect will be very poor. If you use this transition LoRa, it will automatically and rationally handle transitions. You can take a look at this effect first. This is an extreme case. Its range of change is very large. It can also easily justify itself. Transition very naturally. The continuity of change is very strong. Then I use 3 pictures here to generate a video. LoRa also added this transition. Let's take a look at the results first. I will explain the usage method in detail later. Even with 3 images, the transition effect is still very good. Then let's look at a simpler one. The difference between the first and last frames is not significant. Simple images like this. Its generation effect is also perfect. Basically, the movements and other aspects are correct. Therefore, LoRa is very useful. This is actually just an extra addition. I have written detailed explanations in the annotation. You can just read it directly. I won't read it aloud. Reading will increase the video length. Then what model should be paired with that? I've also marked perfectly adapted next to it. The last one is its trigger word. Just read it at the end. There is one key point to using this workflow. The prompts are generally generated by AI. It's best not to write it yourself. It's better to write it yourself than with AI. For example, these 2 images are relatively simple. You probably know how to write it. However, in extreme situations, you might not know how to write prompts anymore. Trying to justify these 2 images. Here's a simple introduction to one step. How to write prompt words. This section contains AI task settings. You can copy it here. Select all and copy RO here. It means setting up one AI task specifically used to write prompts for the first and last frames. Then open the Gemini model. Choose Gemini 1.5 Pro. Its generation effect is the best. Then open its settings. Copy the prompt words you just copied. Paste it into this task. Now it's just one AI, specifically designed to generate prompt words. Just throw in any pictures. Both the first and last frames can be images. Then click Send. It will then perform a task set. Automatically provides prompts for the first and last frames. Then you can just paste it and use it. This is currently the best among all AI systems. I think it's the most perfectly written. Moreover, the generation effect is also the best. If we use those domestic models, the generated prompts were not effective. It can do this automatically, based on the 2 pictures you posted. Then based on its task, directly generate prompts for the first and last frames. This is a very useful little trick. Of course, you can use the model here as well. This is the Quant 2.5. its AI task is the same. However, the written result was not very good, so use it as needed. I will explain the usage method in detail later. Firstly, its advantage is automatic transitions. Generate if not needed. The transition effect in these two images looks very strange. It is very coherent when used. You can hardly tell where the transitions are. The continuity is so strong that it's hard to notice. You'll notice a significant lack of consistency if you don't use it. Generally, the first and last frames produce the best results. You can also use many frames, because this can support many images. For example, 20 pictures are acceptable. The total duration is only 30 seconds. I won't go into detail about this setting. I will write the annotations here. You can just look at the annotations. There is no need to explain it in the video. I will mark the relevant dimensions in red. Just follow my instructions. Let's mainly talk about the first and last frames. Let's take this example as a standard. First of all, my workflow layout is consistent. You will learn to use this workflow. Everything inside is the same. The layout is divided into two parts, top and bottom. The above is a default build workflow. The leftmost setting is for the most important parameters. For example, duration and frame rate, etc. Secondly, there's the model for generating videos. Then comes the prompt word. Finally, the next step is the text sample. This is a two-sample process. Finally, generate the video. The above is the workflow for generating videos. Below are some user operations. Put the images of the first and last frames in. This is where the prompt words are located. If there are first and last frames, fill in the two above respectively. If there are no first and last frames, for example, there is only one image at the top, drag the main image here. It will have the same effect. If it's a multi-frame structure like the one on the left, for example, more than 3 or this is a way of writing consecutive video frames. Where settings for the first and last frames cannot be used, we need to use consecutive frames to deduce the prompt words. No matter how many pictures you have, it helps you write the prompts in order. Add task roles is set here. Just copy it and put it here. Language models are set according to different functions. Here's a little tip to keep in mind. I don't know if it's an odd bug or something else. For example, here are 2 pictures, but there are 3 pictures over there. How do I add 3 more images? Remember to click here first. The third option did not appear. You need to click the confirmation button below. It cancelled the strange thing again. Then we can start from 1. Go back to 1 and then click 2. Then click on 3 to go to settings. The only way is to return 1 and add them one by one. That adds some images. Return it if you don't need it. click it to cancel. This might be a bug, but anyway, this is how you do it. It is mainly used to import continuous frames. For example, multiple consecutive frames of video images. Let's see if there's anything else I forgot to mention. This is the multi-image control option. It's equivalent to controlling the last frame. This is the weight for frame 1 and the weight of the second frame. Generally, the last frame should be kept exactly the same. Then you should set the weight to 1. Sometimes, like us, there are 3 frames. The middle frame doesn't need to be exactly the same. You can set it to 0.7. This way, the transition will be even more perfect. It is not subject to that weight limit. I also have the script rating instructions here. Ideally, it should include scene-by-scene visuals and dialogue. This makes precise modifications and fine-tuning very convenient. Of course, transitions don't necessarily have to be exaggerated. It can even solve the most exaggerated problems, like this kind of ordinary raw video. It handles the first and last frames perfectly. I can't say where the transition is. This is the advantage of LoRa. Next, I will introduce the in-brain. I'm currently using an online mirror. If you see that I can use it, then you can use it directly to the latest version. This is what I'm using now. You won't need to deploy it locally anymore. It's ready to use immediately without deployment. My workflow is a large collection. All LTX 2.3 workflows are here. This is the second to last one in the first row. The workflow is placed outside and its name is it. Click on it and you'll find the complete LTX 2.3 package. Of course, I have other models here, including the latest and most commonly used ones. In addition to video generation, there is also Flux. There is also the complete one-to-point workflow. There is also voice generation, cloning, and design. The older ones are divided into 3 categories. These are video images and audio. Video is the commonly used workflow. There are hundreds of workflows in the image category alone. These are some of the most commonly used ones in the past. The voice-based ones are the same as before. These are the most commonly used outside, because these features are the latest. The advantage of using images is that you don't need to deploy them. One quick replication of my entire environment image, a mirror image that belongs to you. Moreover, it is different from other platforms. It's equivalent to the native ComfyUI. Just like using it on my own computer, use all-in-one ComfyUI. Various workflows can be freely combined. They're all in the same ComfyUI. The biggest advantage of mirror images is their ability to be freely combined. It can basically be done in one stop. Ideal for professional users. For local deployment, please open the notes. Click on the ComfyUI tutorial in the navigation. It will then redirect you to the workflow location. Workflows, like mirroring, are divided into 3 categories. And I placed this workflow in the video category. The name is exactly the same as the workflow. The LTX 2.3 installation tutorial is available upon opening. The tutorial includes a complete set of models for download. The model download link and screenshots are also available. The screenshot tells you which one to download, the installation location of ComfyUI. The entire model is recorded here. There are also some nodes that will be nailed. This is a technique for deducing information from queries, instructions, and settings. Gemini refers prompt keyword guidelines. It's all recorded here. If you don't understand, just click to save. Below there is a screenshot of the workflow. Each screenshot clearly shows the parameters. No need to open the entire workflow. You can view this image directly. There are simple operation instructions above. All you need to do is upload a picture and write a prompt. Then you can just run it. I've optimized each workflow. This is a screenshot showing all the workflows. Click to enlarge and you can see the parameters clearly. The video tutorial is at the very bottom. Each workflow corresponds to one tutorial. At the bottom is the workflow download. The nodes are suitable for people who deploy locally. Each workflow here. And every single one in the complete set. All of them come with accompanying video tutorials. You can go directly to the corresponding tutorial. It will tell you the location of the workflow. Okay, that's all for this episode. Go have fun.